Okay, guys, you should start hearing us. And just a moment.
But we will remain invisible.
Okay. If you guys don't see us, then you might have to refresh your browser. Okay. So, it's the joys of actually working with XPlug, guys, so I do apologize. But every now and then, whenever they release a new update, it just goes everything to defaults, and they have to hunt and peck to try and find everything. It worked just fine. So, there we go. Okay. So, I apologize, but thank you very much for joining us here tonight. So, yeah.
Greetings.
So if you guys don't know, this past week we've been working with a couple of new people and getting a couple of things accomplished, and in this case, a printer went out this past week, and we have, I would say, we're going to work on trying to get 6 printers, 3 engines, 3 systems, including these 2 engines that you see behind us, out the door this week. So that is our goal for this week. So we're getting to the point where we're starting to get a little bit of traction going forward when it comes to production, and that's a fantastic thing. Also, for those people who have been asking for samples, and those people who have been on our broadcast and also off the broadcast looking to get samples, our partner in crime, Davo, has been printing these individual pieces in his spare time, which shows what you can do with our 3D printers. So you guys can see right here, all the way around. So we'll be giving these guys out to people who are asking for it. So it's just a simple piece going forward. We have not stopped doing training classes. We're continuing to do that, but as and a bunch of other items as well on our list to get these guys out of here and into your hands. So, yes, yeah, Jay Lee, yes, we are definitely in a new place. So. We have not moved everything over just as of yet. We finally got this past week everything we need.
Fire marshal wise.
Yes, so that which is of extreme importance before we move everything over. So that's been taken care of. Certificate of occupancy and a bunch of other stuff has been taken care of as well. Thank you very much to Aldea and my father for working so hard on both of those. Thank you very much, guys, for that. Also, thank you to Davo for handling this transition. As chaotic as it has been. But we will be moving pretty much, I would say,
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Everyone's coming over tomorrow.
Yeah, now that we have everything in place.
Yep.
So, yeah. Whew. So, can't think of anything else that we have that is new at this point in time that we can show you guys, but I know that's probably not what you guys are looking for. You're looking to see where the queue is, where we are, and who's up and who's going to be there.
I have a few things I can share with you.
Well, a few things, yes. if you so desire.
When he's ready, I'll bring everybody up to date. My turn.
I think it's just about it for right now. Yeah.
Okay, well, we have been blessed. David Kibble in England has been doing some testing with the new firmware.
Yes.
He has a JTAG programmer and has extensive embedded experience, so he helped me to find some bugs that we fixed. Mostly, there's one little thing I'm still looking at as far as a possible lag between 2 instructions on a move.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, the prime, unprime, and things like that are looking good. We have to implement the preamble now, which is just a switch I turn on. Try not to debug too many things at once in the real world. The bootloader has been a challenge, as is always, but I went ahead and I've gutted it out and made it just really, really... Greg did a phenomenal job when he wrote it, but I think it was much more extensive than what we needed. So I've stripped it down quite a bit so that I can understand it and make it easier for me to keep a minimalist approach to it, and that should make it more maintainable for the future as well. The reason why we've been holding up the shipments of the firmware and some of the printers in that case is just that it didn't seem realistic to ask everybody out there to be a JTAG type programming expert. And so the way that the heads have been programming, where you right click update firmware, seems like the right way to go. And so we've just bit the bullet and working literally almost round the clock here to make this get out there in that way. And I feel like I'm right there, you know. So in the food chain, I've got it erasing and writing and everything now, so that's good. Matter of fact, we're going to knock off pretty quick here so I can go back and finish while I got the momentum. But I wanted to share a couple things. I also sent a 0.35 millimeter nozzle, so we finally got some to play with here. And David reported to me that the prints were significantly improved as far as the surface finish. So I thought that was pretty good, and I shared that with a few of you guys that have printing experience, and you all confirmed that for a really nice finish on the ABS, that is indeed something that does make a difference. So we have about 100 of those available, and I'll mail a few of them out to some of you guys that are doing testing, like Tim in Australia. Certainly I want to get less music out there in Seattle, and then we'll try to start, now that we know they're working well and not clogging, we will get 500 or 1,000 extras made, because we're going through them pretty fast, and then we'll start including those with the MK1. Well, you'll receive an extra tip. It'll be an extra, so you can do a larger or a smaller. Everybody's needs are different. For me, I'm not trying to make fine details. Most of the time, the things I'm building are something that's bigger like this, and it would actually, do better at the 0.5 millimeter nozzle. I need the strength, and I don't want to wait the rest of my life to make a print. But some people are doing things like, I was shown a picture of a 1 inch, 25 millimeter tall, little bear for a kid. And it was an amazing print. Had all kinds of textures and features and ears and nose, and you could see everything. But that doesn't fall in my needs. So it's not what I'm looking for. I'm sure a lot of people are looking for that beautiful little trinket capability, or a nice articulated surface. So depending on what you're trying to do, different nozzles will make a difference. And I think a lot of people are going to end up having one nozzle size on one hothead, another nozzle size on another hothead. So the good thing is that information is stored locally on the head, and so it'll know what size nozzle it's got as long as you flashed it once with the current nozzle size. That'll keep from mixing them up. Not that that matters, but yes, it does actually.
The new nozzle also does change the, and just so you guys who already have your printers right now, a new nozzle size does change the recipes that you will be using when it comes to slicing or taking your STL files and slicing it into your G-code files. So just making sure that you guys know that going forward.
And we also have worked on the mounting system so that the electric tramming gauges, electronic ones, they don't have the digital output, but they do have a digital readout. They just can't feed back into the microcontroller at this time, so we can't read them from inside a Repetrel. But
so we were going to go from this guy, your analog dial gauge,
which I love, by the way, but unfortunately it's wider than we wanted.
Yeah.
So the digital one, I don't know, does he have a digital one here?
I believe we dropped a couple of them off. I'm not sure if he's got a few back here. He should. Although I think we may have taken it back.
We're in Davo's office. Things are still in a little bit of flux in the rest of the building, so this was the easiest place to do it. Anyway, we've got...
they're over the new building.
Okay.
Sorry, over at the old
building. We've got 25 of them ready to go, and then we actually, the last 2 units that went out both went with the digital one. So we'll make that transition. So those of you that already got one, don't feel slighted. The digital ones are actually cheaper than the ones that you got. So we're not doing it for a price reason. That just if someone wants the digital one, shoot me an email or Dan, and for postage, I'll give it to you. Yeah. So it's not. It's great to be able to get close in when you're tramming to either side. And it's great not to have to remove your heads while you're tramming. So in this case, it works nicely. That's the reason we did it. We actually have a whole nother secret tramming system in process, but we're looking fall before we release that to anybody. But you will find it quite interesting when you see it.
So for those people who are currently who have not received their engines or systems yet, but we'll be receiving them shortly. Those people who, meaning your Kickstarters. We've changed up a little bit of the tramming design. Instead of having to adjust from the bottom part of the bed by itself, we actually have it so you can adjust from the top.
Unless
So-
you have a big piece of glass sitting there, in which
Yeah.
case it can't be done that way.
Yep.
So, actually, we've never tried what you do in that case because I don't have. You know what?
You have to remove the glass in order to actually get to where
And yet the glass is one of the things we like to use for a trimming surface.
yeah.
Don't worry, you can get it just about an 8.5 by 11 piece of glass or 8 by 10 piece of glass.
The 8 by 10 piece of glass, which we currently
Fits
use,
perfect.
fits perfectly. So if you want to go larger than that, you can definitely do that too.
Yeah, the entire build surface is covered with glass. We just don't go off the edge of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Mhm.
And
It works quite well.
yeah. And the final parts on the System 30M are in transit to us. We should have them this week, and I'm looking forward to showing that off on the next broadcast in its entirety, including with beautiful laser scribing on the front. You know, we put some lipstick on that pig. Now, if we just get the firmware to go with it, we got it made.
Thanks, sir.
Hot or hot plates?
Great question, Powers USA.
I have hot plates that can go hotter, but I'm not sure I have a design that I would release to the general public. If you would like one, Jim, I'm happy to send you one. I'm trying to think what I would do to limit the upper temperature, though. The one I've currently got goes way up in temperature, like 120, 150, and that wouldn't be safe to send out to other people. Let me see what I can do about. Well, you'll be responsible for it. Please make sure your fire insurance is paid in full before you try it.
Absolutely.
So,
Smaller with no trough.
actually, there's no trough on it, but it's not smaller; it's bigger. So, when you see it, I mean, it looks beautiful. I sent one to David Kibble for testing, and he had to put a backing on it to keep it from warping at high temperatures. But it looks good and it prints well. So, yeah. Maybe I can show you with a Skype call, and then we can figure out what to do. Right now, the ones we're shipping with are the 75, 70 degree C aluminum beds. They've proven that they can work well up to that temperature. And actually, with the right coating on the material, it prints good. So,
No rush. Okay.
okay. Well, what I'd like to pass off to everybody is there's a lot of people who have been printing and giving us feedback. So here's what we found out. You can actually print quite well at 65 degrees C's. Tim in Australia has been using the Elmer's glue stick and swears by it. And he's printing on a regular aluminum bed and has great results. He doesn't use frog fingers, nothing. And he says everything sticks, no lift off of any kind.
Same thing with the Bostic glue, right?
And he's printing pretty large parts. He showed me some, actually he showed me some prints I couldn't believe he did. One of them was a frog about this big around that had no support material, and I still don't know how he supported it. I mean, it was like, what? How did you pull that off? So, you know, guys are doing a lot of good stuff. And then David Kibble in England is using a Avery label overlay that has an adhesive that's pre-done on it. So it's like you would stick through your printer, take it off, and then it's a transparency that you can stick on the wall. And we're trying to find the Avery label part number so we can share that with everyone, because he swears by it and he's printing at 65 to 75 degrees C with no trouble at all. At least that's the way I understand it. And so thank you, both of you guys, for passing on those tips.
Yes. Would be nice to post some of those pics on the website with permission. Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know what? I believe Tim would be proud to share what he's done. So
Very much so.
we should have a little share me corner, shouldn't we?
Absolutely.
There you go. Wonder who we can delegate that to. Aldea is the only one that gets stuff done. So Aldea, you shouldn't have been so good. Actually, David will get that.
Yeah.
I'm sure he will.
Mm-hmm.
He can put a place to store or show pictures.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's We have links to Flickr and a couple other places as well. We're going to have it hosted off-site, but if we host it here on our website, it needs to be. Well, I'll go.
Okay.
I'll go over
Someone
it.
will figure it out. We'll
Yeah.
tell you guys how to get it done. Right now, if you have something you want to show off, just shoot us a picture
Yeah.
to whatever, sales at HYREL3D.com.
Mm-hmm.
That goes to Davo. We don't want to deal with it. Let Davo deal with it. Let's see. Let's see. What else? Well, I can tell you that Maker Joe is like on his 4th week now and doing great. He's gotten a rhythm. That means assembly-wise. What we've done is we've taken people and moved them around a little bit the last 2 months. Some of us shine in other areas than others, and some of us are just more capable in some ways at some things. So we've tried to assign people to the sweet spot of their capabilities and interest. And I think that's starting to make sense to all of us, and that's a good thing. So Maker Joe is a maker. I mean, he builds stuff. That's what he does. And so his feel of the machine is quite, well, as Hugh Thompson likes to say, adequate. But
Yeah.
that means excellent. Anyway, he's a friend of ours that whenever you do something that's unbelievable, we go, well, that was adequate. And so it's a personal inside joke. Someday we'll tell everybody else about it. Anyway, I'm pleased with that. Aldea's doing a smash-up job, too. Thank you so much, Aldea. Davo, hanging in like a trooper. Appreciate it.
Evgeny.
Yeah, Evgeny, yes.
And Sable.
And Sable's been very cooperative and actually working his tail off, too. You know, if we weren't laying on the beach all day, we might get something done. Oh, we're not. Anyway. So we're down to moving into the new building and getting that organized now, and just getting the printers out the door. And I think we'll look better than what we do. So
Yeah. Very
rather than say what we're going to try to hopefully accomplish, we'll wait this week and see if we don't show off a little bit. A lot of the software has come in the other areas. The firmware has been my thing, and that's one of the things that's holding it up. But I unfortunately had some things this week that isn't anybody else's problem but mine. But they took a couple of days away from me, so I'm happy to report that I'm still a free man. Okay. So that said, I expect we'll be in a position to release the firmware.
Imminently.
Yeah, no, I keep saying imminently. I mean this week.
I know.
So anyway, the other thing that I wanted to share with them, there's one thing that we did do this week. We printed with a new material, and it's polyurethane, and that has a big medical application. It has some other applications to it as well, although it eludes me totally. I had no idea that polyurethane was a biological material, meaning that the body will absorb it. But in order to do that, I had to get the volcano up and working, and the volcano that we have was only rated at 100 degrees C, and that wasn't hot enough. So I went ahead and made a new volcano that runs 15 cc's. It's got a smaller body, so we can heat it easier, and it goes to 150 degrees centigrade right now, and that allowed us to soften this enough to actually extrude it. So we have a new version of the volcano, and it's used for elevated temperatures. Again, at hydraulic temperatures, we don't really want to go to 250 degrees C and run it hydraulically. The seal on that would be a little bit tough for us to pull off. We have a Teflon seal that's being machined, so with that I might be able to go to 180 C. It's a PTFE. So they use it in high temperature sulfuric acid pumps, and I've had a good luck with it up to about that, but not much hotter. Anyway, yeah, that is one hot volcano. And I see David Gaiba's either scoping in from Hawaii, or he's back home. So whichever it is, aloha, mona mona, buka buka, and I hope that wherever you're at, you have a tan finally. And I'm checking it. Don't forget. Anyway, so yeah, That's pretty much the spiel. So a lot of stuff's going along. We're now using the laser routinely every day to cut packing materials. I'm very pleased with that.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a student that I'm helping learn to program a little bit. He actually is good in Java, but not much C# experience. And so as a community service, we're working together. A great guy. We call him the Hawk.
Yep.
And he has written a sort algorithm that I think will pay rich dividends in the long term, because you put in the G code and it will sort it and brings it back out to the nearest neighbor. So I think some of you have witnessed a print where maybe it prints, then jumps over and prints, and then jumps back and prints. Well, no longer does that. So I'm looking forward to trying that in an actual print. So, okay, someone's got here and asked a question. Junley?
Yeah.
If we ordered the Emo 25, how much would it cost to upgrade to the Volcano? And we laid further. Actually, those are tricky questions. So, we will make a formal announcement on that by the next broadcast with the spec sheet and the brochures. We just didn't want to announce it before it's ready for us to have a fact sheet. Otherwise, everyone's going to ask me 100 times, what's the top temperature? How long does it take to heat up? So we have some specifications we want to share with you. As far as delivery time goes, we got Volcanoes. As you can see, not Volcanoes, but Emo 25s. There's four of them sticking right there. And there's more on the table, and there's more at the factory. So we actually, the new design on the Emo 25s is actually working quite well.
Oh, yes.
And now that we're getting all the parts prefabricated, they go together pretty quick too.
Yes.
We moved to a stainless steel bracket, which looks great and saves us any machining we got to do. So literally, all the parts come in, they screw together, we add our electronics, and boom, it's ready to go out the door.
Well, not until we test it first.
What? Test? Don't be ridiculous.
I know.
Now, everything prints. We don't print, it doesn't go. So,
be nice.
Next week we'll make a formal announcement on that Volcano, and then you can figure out what's good for you. But I actually have.
You got plenty of stock.
I got plenty of stock,
Yeah.
so I don't think that's going to be an issue.
No.
We're just trying to figure out what it actually cost us to make it. That's our biggest problem. And there's two versions of it now. It's the 15 and the 25. One's lower temperature than the other one. Again, it's confusing, so we're mentioning it, but we want to give a brochure or two brochures made up. That way you can see the spec and when you would use it. I think people doing wax
very much so. Yes.
don't need the high temperature one. Wax flows easily at 50, 60 degrees C in most cases, and certainly below 100 degrees C.
Yep.
There were some other materials that I was looking at, such as the plasticine, where you want to just keep it up above ambient by 5 or 10 degrees to soften it. And then I have some, actually I do have one more thing I got to share. Someone called me from Thailand and pointed me towards a new material that is perfect for the Emo 25. And it is a way of printing stainless steel. It's in the public domain, so don't worry about it. And we're looking to get samples of that and show that you can actually print and then co-fire and get stainless steel. And it looks really interesting. And I'm not sure I know who's making it, but I have it written down. It's a major manufacturer. It's not like some fly-by-night. It's like a DuPont or a 3M or a Dow Corning, one of these guys. So I expect it to be a very high-quality material. And to me, that's really interesting, because you can print a near net shape and then just do some post-processing for, we're going to find out, but I mean, me personally, when I'm having to machine like a nozzle or something, it'd be great to start with something that's almost the right shape and then just do cleanup cuts on it when it comes to stainless steel. And apparently it's very machinable. I mean, when you read through the literature on it, it's extremely, extremely interesting. So, I mean, I don't know if I'm going to build a fighter aircraft with it. But
no, I would.
Well, I mean, you never know.
I don't think that's, well, okay. Well, we'll have to see how structurally sound it is and what the metallurgy of it is when it comes out, the physical strength of it is.
Maybe we can send it to another country that we don't want to fly so well. I didn't say that. Everyone's our friend.
Wow.
Anyway, so is there any more questions that you guys have got tonight? Oh, David is in Hawaii, you dog.
Yeah.
Hey,
No,
we're
no,
going to come deliver your
No,
nostrils.
no.
We're going to
No,
the airport.
He's home now. It says right there. It says, I'm
Oh.
home now. I did tan. It would be 2:32.
Oh,
Yeah.
I went straight to the last message.
That's fine.
Just like my phone, I always check the last message.
Yeah.
So,
Well, yeah, that's another thing we're going to be taking care of this week. So
Yeah,
these
yeah,
guys are
yeah.
going to be changed over.
yeah,
So-
if you're having trouble getting through, if you're trying to call us, the new building required us to buy new phones. This is what a new phone looks like.
Yeah.
Too bad I'm the only one that has it. But Hutch is moving back to his old iPhone, I
Yep.
think.
Yes, I am.
And the shop phone, if you're on the second floor, you can get calls. If you're on the first floor, it doesn't get signals with the old phone system. But it turns out that with the new phones, it works everywhere, even in the bathroom, which I know is important to everybody, so that's why we shared it. But, you know, so bear with us for 2 more days. I think by Tuesday we'll have the new phones in-house.
Yep.
And email is always the best way to get through to us.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, if you guys have any other questions, I guess now would be the time to ask it as best as possible. Or, I'm sorry, as fast as possible. Let's see. I can't think of anything else we have to share for tonight. We are rapidly approaching the, I'd say within a month. Would you say a month to a month and a half? We'd have all the engines out the door. More than likely.
I asked Maker Joe that question the other day, and he thought it'd be quicker than that, but, you know, we're all optimistic. You know what? We're in the middle of moving things, so I don't want to make
Yeah.
more commitments. Just know that as we get set up, we're going to press really hard. So we're not that we haven't been, but we have all the parts and everything. So the firmware is the big hitch, and when that's ready to go, things will go out the door lickety split. So
I agree.
hopefully that's
Yeah.
imminent.
Hi, Seraphinius.
There's someone else who. Oh, Seraphinius.
Yeah. You'll be happy to know that.
That was you.
Yeah, you'll be happy to know that your printer is one of the 3 systems that we're currently working on to get out the door this week. So, June Lee, I know you're watching. I'll have to go back and double check where we are. I know we've got a total of, what was it, maybe 12 systems that we have in partial process over at your place right now?
And there's 12 and 11.
Oh, that's right. Okay, there's 11.
And then behind that comes the next generation.
Yeah. So that's where we are right now, June. Just so you know.
Of
So
which
it's coming.
there
It's
are
coming.
88 in process of the next generation.
Yeah.
But those won't be here in their entirety for 4 to 5 weeks.
Yeah.
22 will be here by the end of this month.
And just to let you guys know, that's just the raw stock. That does not mean that they're assembled and they're QC'd and tested and they're ready to go out the door as soon as they arrive. So there is that.
So they do go together pretty quick.
They do. They do. So
That's one of the joys of working with the latest stuff is there's not any real rework. It just screws together. So, yeah.
So
All right. Trying to think. I don't think there's much of anything else there for tonight. I apologize if it was anticlimactic for you guys. Again, we're just heads down, nose to the grindstone. So,
yep.
I think by the next broadcast we'll be all set up here, which means we can show off some of the new technology and share it with everybody. Because I have quite a few things I want you guys to see. We're trying to get like 5 printers all set up at one time and walk you through each style of printing is my goal. So we'll see how that goes, but I know we can do 3 different things at the same setup. I would love to go out in the assembly area and have the printers all lined up and show that, and then tell you whose printer it is and put it in the box the next day and out the door it goes. So that's kind of what we're thinking we'd like to do.
Absolutely.
Anyway, so without further ado, I know it's
yeah.
a short broadcast, but we're going to tell everybody Thank you so much. Before we go, I would like to say a special thank you to Midnight Manufacturing.
Yes. Thank you.
The things you've done have really made a huge difference, and all of you who pitched in have made a huge difference. But I just again want to reiterate that it has been much appreciated.
Yes.
All of you, we appreciate you very much. Hang tough. We're going on the job.
Yeah.
So, blessings on all of you guys, and we will talk to you, I'm hoping next Sunday night. Well, you're going to be gone. So, how about a schedule for a week from Wednesday?
A week from Wednesday?
Or a week from Tuesday?
Okay.
We'll check into it. We will announce.
I think a week from Wednesday. Yeah. I think
Is that okay?
No, we're just
Week from
fine,
Wednesday. Give us 10 days to get
Yeah.
all set up in the building and get ready to show off.
Yeah.
That's what we want to do. And then, yeah, there you go. Good night,
All right,
you guys.
Good night.
Thank you very much.